Good afternoon from the Netherlands. It's Bridge and Cultures time. Thank you very much, dear entrepreneurial colleagues, dear viewers worldwide. It's a little bit of improvisation in these difficult days. I'm having this selfie stick and my phone and sitting here in the countryside. I would like to address a few things to you because it is not easy now. The coronavirus is stopping everything worldwide. It's blocking economic development, and it's maybe creating a lot of panic as well, especially with you, dear worldwide entrepreneur, dear colleague of mine. It's not easy for us, but I would like to give you some mental support. I would like to talk about faith. I would like to talk about changing business models, basically creating new opportunities. I mean, human being is very strong. We have overcome all sorts of crises, and I feel a lot of sympathy for those of you suffering from the disease. Maybe you've lost relatives, and the last thing I would do is underestimating the impact it could have on your family life. But here I would like to focus on the business side and having faith in us as entrepreneurs, being creative, thinking out of the box. As a matter of fact, it is us who should change the current economic situation, because if we come up with different solutions, with different opportunities, with a different way of doing business, then we could change the situation as well. The traditional export model will not continue to be as it always was, to bring a product from A to B, A being the supply, the source, and B being the market, there where the demand is. That is being affected heavily nowadays. But it will not only be affected during the days of Corona, it will have an impact forever, I would say. As a business model, it will never function as it ever did. It is nowadays much more about bringing demand and supply closely together, about creating value there where the demand is, there where the market is. In other words, we're talking about the transfer of technology and the transfer of knowledge to make that happen. Because if the technology or the knowledge or the experience is existing in location A, but if the demand is in location B, then we need to make sure we get that technology or that knowledge at location B to locally manufacture, assemble, distribute your products or provide your services. So international connection is more important than ever. I was reading an article the other day in the Dutch Financial Times saying that globalization is on its way back. Well, I really don't believe that. As a matter of fact, I think globalization will further increase for the very simple reason that we need each other's knowledge and each other's experiences. And we need to find a way how to apply that locally in your situation, in your market, where your demand is. So it's about technology transfer, it's about knowledge transfer. And yes, it will be a different business model, because rather than selling a product and sending it from A to B, we now might to ask a license fee for sharing the technology which we have built up for a long time and which you need in your market, and vice versa, obviously. So business modeling, the way we are working together will definitely change, but this will give a lot of new opportunities. Think about healthcare. And I'm not referring necessarily to the Western markets, but at the moment I'm involved in a project in Nigeria, for example. Healthcare is not up to standard there. So those countries who do have the medical, technological knowledge, they will have to bring that to that country. And local people will have to be educated, and manufacturing facilities will have to be built up, and R&D facilities, and to set up a cooperation between knowledge institutions. So those clusters of technology, those clusters of knowledge will be created within the next years to come. And this is not only about medical technology. This is, for example, about food safety and food security as well. Many countries are almost completely depending on importing vegetables and fruits or meat or poultry from other areas. Well, already now we see in China an extra impulse of creating a self-supporting system, which basically means building greenhouses, which basically means setting up own facilities to take care of their own food, to secure their food. Well, China is now overcoming, slowly but surely, let's say, the corona crisis. In other countries that's not the case yet, but also in other countries we will see these initiatives to be self-supportive in terms of food. So be it on the medical side, be it on the food side, clusters of technology will be created locally. And we need each other for that. Because if the knowledge is in a different location and where the demand is, we need to connect together. And who is about connecting? Who is about bringing new business models into life? Well, that's us, the entrepreneurs. So globalization is more important than ever to share the knowledge, to share the experience, and to create value locally in a market where it is needed. And this is giving new opportunities. Have faith in this opportunity. Think about your own situation. Think how you could act differently according to the transfer of technology and knowledge. What new light would it shine on your business case? Have faith, because we as entrepreneurs should make this a better world. See you next time.